every wing. In the shadow of the branches thereof shall they dwell. As all the nations will come to us. And all the trees of the field shall know that I, Yahawah, have brought down the high tree, have exalted the low tree.
That's right.
Have dried up the green tree.
That's right.
And have made the dry tree to flourish.
Right.
I, Yahawah, have spoken and have done it.
Yeah. That means as it says it, it's already completed.
You see that?
That's right.
The Lord's going to make the dry tree to flourish, man.
That's right.
We're going to flourish again as a people. That's the good news. That's the good tidings. The Lord has put the spirit upon me to give good tidings unto our people, to bind up the broken-hearted, man.
That's the true gospel about it.
The marriage.
That's why the scripture says, endure to the end, man.
That's right.
A lot of our people ain't got no patience.
Yeah.
Then
they got no patience, man. They lost faith. You see it as about. It's like we're out here standing up for the liberation of our nation, and they walk past like what we're saying is foolishness. So our majority of our people, they're on a suicide mission, man.
1 Corinthians 1 and 18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved it is the power of the Most High.
Yeah, the preaching of the cross is foolishness to them.
That's right.
Our people are going to be saved by the blood, the covering of Yahawah Shai. That grace, man, the mark, exempt from judgment, the blood of the Lamb. It's foolishness to them. Our people want to take the mark of the world, the mark of the beast. That makes sense to them.
No, that's right.
There's a secret council that's going on right here. Thank you. A secret council is hidden from the eyes of the unwise, man. It's happening right in front of their faces. That's why I said, thou makest a table for me in the presence of my enemies.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
This table, this is the table.
That's
and
right.
on it is all different meat. We're eating at the supper table. The brothers is eating. We've been gathered together from the east to the west by the word. You smell the different food we're eating, and it's happening right in the presence of our enemies and the presence of the multitude of our people, which also are the Most High considers them to be enemies.
That's right.
But they're rebels, rebellious children, rebels.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. This is, Ezekiel is part of the good news. 25, verse 12. Thus saith the Lord God, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. So Esau being gassed, man.
But it says greatly offended in us. So you know that he really took the piss.
Greatly offended. Greatly offended. The things that Esau have done, man. Esau crossed the line, man. Esau has crossed the line. You know that the blood of the American soil still has the blood of the slaves.
That's right. That's right.
That's the level of killing.
That's right.
This man, he went overboard, man.
And bearing in mind
what
the
did
land.
What did it say? The blood defileth the land.
That's the spirit. I was just about to
this
say.
This land
that.
is defiled.
Yeah, the blood defileth the land, and only can be cleansed of the blood of them that shed it.
Like when they say like a woman, she's defiled because
her land is polluted. That's right.
Her body is defiled,
mingled,
and usually a woman, and that messes up a woman's. It's sad, you know.
It does.
It does. Prove that it messes up a woman's ability to pair body. It messes her up. She got different spirits.
That's right.
All these different men.
That's right.
That's kind of plaguing her. So she's pretty much haunted by the men of her past.
She's like a legion.
So it's difficult for you to have a relationship with her because you spend more time fighting these different demons that's on her. It's just like this place. They made a movie called Bowling for Columbine, as I said before last week.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out why is the American people so violent, man? What is it about America that makes America so violent compared to all the other countries and continents of the world? Bowling for Columbine. I tried to look it up on YouTube, but I think you have to rent it. Because there's not
Yeah,
on
that's what
YouTube.
they're doing it now. You have to rent. Yeah,
also.
yeah.
You gotta rent
A lot of
it.
those movies now that you can't just watch them. You have to rent them.
Going for Columbia, I saw this when I was in either secondary school or college.
I'm sure I've got a copy of it somewhere. I'm just gonna have to look through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to know it and then look through it. I got a lot of DVDs.
You know? So they're trying to, this guy, this white guy, going around the different American civilians and asking them, like, why is America so damn violent? Why is the crime rate so violent? Why is the gun crime rate so up here? Why? Because America was founded upon violence, man.
Exactly.
Because Esau's not spiritual, so he's not going to use that as an answer. He's going to try to use worldly answers to try and explain why.
Exactly.
We know we're spiritual men. A spiritual man judge of all things, man. America was built by blood.
Exactly.
That's why. There's no balance to that place. It's defiled.
It's also with us as well. When we go off, the Most High judges us directly. Where they're not really judged like that. This is Job 21 and verse 9. It says their houses are 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the Most High upon them. So when you talk about why they do these things, they can do wickedness, and the Most High is judging them at that moment in time. So they feel so raw.
The Most High not judging them,
Man
right?
can do this.
Not at that time.
No. So it says, verse 13. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
Well, exactly, because it's not in the white man's nature to believe in God. You ask most what's up white people, they'll tell you today they don't believe in God. They'll tell you. Hello, excuse me. Hello? I'm going to put over a white person.
Verse 15.
Excuse me, hello? No, you don't. Hello? I want to put over some, I'll put over something white.
Verse 15, it says, what is the Almighty that we should serve him, and what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
Exactly, what profit shall we pray unto him?
That woman over there, I think she don't believe. Yeah.
Huh?
That woman with the pink, I think she don't believe.
So excuse me, do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
They are God.
Exactly.
That's who they believe in. They don't say themselves. Yeah. You know, they see themselves as God. Like the scripture tells you, they see the seed of the Most High. So like, if the Most High, imagine you've been all kind of wickedness and you're flourishing. Like, why do I need to stop? Like, why would you stop a good thing? You know what I'm saying? Your horse is continually winning, so why switch horses?
There you go. There you go.
Not realizing
why
that's the trick back though.
That's the stumbling stone.
That's the trick back, bro.
See, the Most High will let time roll out, and time itself is the stumbling stone. The fact that the Lord has an immediately executed sentence. This is Ecclesiastes 8 verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. And it said in the sons of men, because you've got 3 classifications of men. Sons of the Most High, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. We know that the Most High deals with time, because we're the sons of the Most High, we're the Israelites. We understand how the Most High operates. But the sons of men now, they don't understand the Most High. You don't understand how he deals, his operation. That he's going to reserve the wicked until the day of judgment.
Yeah, right.
He reserves them, meaning he lets them continue on. Alright? And really it's like a learning curve, so we can observe them like the time of Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
When
That's right.
Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
He let the Sodomites do what they do. He didn't execute judgment until the speedily. He let them continue.
Long suffering power.
Why? For an example unto them that should afterward
For
live
everlasting.
for an example. So and allowed all those years of that wicked empire to
iniquity,
be existing,
Yep.
for it to be recorded
Yep.
in the scriptures
Yep.
for our admonishment.
Yep.
The scripture says the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning.
Learning.
So it's a learning curve that we've underwent as a people. And there's only a remnant of our people that are going to learn anything from our experience. The majority of our people, they're idiots, man. A wise person learns from their mistakes.
From their mistakes, yeah.
You don't repeat them.
It's funny because
knows when he's slipping.
Yeah.
The scripture says that. You know what
it's
I'm saying?
funny because that's one of the signs of madness. So one of the signs of madness is when a person continues to do the same thing and expect a different outcome. Yeah? It's also known as cognitive dissonance. Yep.
Yeah. That's it, cognitive dissonance.
That's what it is.
But that's Esau's term.
Yes,
But in
yes.
the scriptures,
That's right.
it's
That's
called
right.
willingly ignorant.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, they want to be ignorant. Again, that they use their mind to like, block it out of their head.
That's right.
Because again, ignorance is bliss.
It's bliss,
Right.
yeah.
I'm glad
You know
you
what I'm
say sin is sweet.
Exactly, because
Why
again,
people do it, man.
what I was gonna say some things. Again, like I said, this is all a learning curve, man. But let me read it. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So that's why they block the Most High out of their mind, man.
That's right.
So if they block the Most High out of their mind, they're gonna block out the messages of the Most High. They're gonna scorn the prophets. They're gonna
kill
walk
the
past us. They're gonna vilify us. Enemy of the state. We're troubling their you know, hate crime,
That's
hate
right.
group. You're teaching hate. Leave us alone. we wanna be freaks. You know? You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. Why? Because judgment has not been even though as a
Sent
matter of
upon
fact,
them
it's showing his
speedily,
judgments. It's just showing his judgments to throughout all the earth.
I want to say as well,
The most I've been in plagues in Australia.
Yeah, yeah.
Plague in
yeah,
Babylon,
yeah,
the drought,
yeah.
famine, locusts, man.
There's something going on in America right now.
But
that's
the
got fire,
people,
yeah.
they say that they shall not be mindful of these scourges.
That's right, that's right.
You're not going to be mindful of it.
Which are
That there's the
scourges for
most
amendment anyway, so these scourges are for amendment or for learning, but it's not in their spirit to learn.
Our people are not receiving correction.
That's right.
The scriptures say this.
That's right.
The scriptures tell us this in detail, this to us.
They're going to be fuel for the fire, though.
This is Matthew 13 and 14.
Bring it out.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear. The brothers come out daily. You know what I'm saying? And they're not getting the message.
Daily as well.
Yeah.
Repeat
Yeah.
again.
And exactly, Matthew 13 and 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand. And seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing. They're kind of tired. You keep saying the same thing all over. And their eyes they have closed. That's the cognitive dissonance that the brother was saying. Lest at any time they should see with their eyes and with their ear, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. But here's the point. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Man. So it's a blessing, man.
So the Lord is reserved, the Most High has reserved the majority of our people to the day of judgment. He's also reserved unto him a remnant that won't bow the knee. It's all about the Lord of reserving. He's keeping few unto this and keeping a multitude unto death,
Reserve
sword,
for death.
famine, and destruction. And he's reserving the elect for salvation, the blessing, right? But let me read on. Verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, like how this brother was reading. Because their house is safe from trouble, and their children is before them, right?
They get generational wealth, so they can even store up their wealth
Yeah.
over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 generations.
Right.
Whereas with us,
And
Where-
the
where-
time it goes, man.
We
Yeah.
beg for the crumbs that fall.
That's
the
right.
Crumbs.
That's right.
And the reason why they have a lot of children, they give their children the wealth because they come back in reincarnation.
That's right.
You know, so they have that wealth in reincarnation.
And that
they come
also
back.
means through the spirit that they understand that they come back.
Yeah.
And that's why they set themselves up for when they come back. Yeah.
Intergenerational.
Dark skinned Edomites that they slept with Jake women and they came back in reincarnation as dark skinned Edomites.
That's so they got the sun protection now.
It says, though a sinner do
Not the
evil
heat protection.
100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High,
That's right.
which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked,
That's right.
neither shall he prolong his days,
That's right.
which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High.
That's right.
You see that? So even though he continue on, he think he got away with it, man.
That's
But
right.
when he come back, boy, that's when the Most High gonna cut him, man.
That's why I said prepare slaughter for his
his
children.
children.
That's right. That's right.
He thought he got away with it.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
After death, the judgment comes.
He just said, can the Most High see him? There's one if the Most High can see him. I believe it's in Psalm somewhere. Can the Most High see us?
yeah. He said, can the Most High see us? The Most High is not regarded. You know what I mean? There's the scriptures on that. There's definitely scriptures on that.
It says Job 27. Job 27 and 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, remember it was talking about, it is born a sword, and
right.
his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
That's
See
right.
So the Most High's gonna get them, man. It's just what did Nahum say? The Lord is not slack, and he will not acquit the wicked, man.
That's right.
Let me get that real quick. Let me get that real quick.
They just fuel for the fire, really.
It's an example of what a nation should not do.
Isn't it?
Example.
That's why the scripture says in time, due time, he's going to set one over it that's profitable.
Because Nahum 1, verse 2. The Most High is jealous, and Yahawah revengeth. Yahawah revengeth and is furious. Yahawah will take vengeance on his adversaries,
That's right.
and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
That's right.
Again, that word reserve again.
That's right.
For Yahawah is slow to anger. That's what
Right.
people don't understand. And great in power. I will not at all acquit the wicked.
Were you reading from?
Nahum 1. Right, so let me look up the word acquit.
What verse were you reading?
Chapter 1, start from verse 2. Right, verse 3. Yahawah is slow to anger, great in power, will not at all acquit. The word acquit means to be empty, be clear, be pure, be free, be innocent, be desolate, be cut off, to be empty, be free from guilt,
That's right.
right? Be innocent.
That's right.
So he's not going to let the wicked get away with it. He's not going to let them be guiltless, be free from guilt. He's not going to let the wicked be exempt from punishment.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
See that?
That's
It
right.
This is verse.
Wait, one more. To be free. He's not going to let them go free, because what is a fugitive? Somebody who's trying to escape justice.
That's right. That's
So
right.
Cain ain't going to get away with it. Cain is not going to get, Esau's not going to get away with what he's done to us.
No.
Because our people are saying they want reparations. They want what is reparation? A repairing.
Exactly.
They want our enemies to repair them. Your enemy is not going to repair you.
That's right.
He can't repay.
The scripture says, no man shall buy you.
That's right.
Our people go to our enemies for the want of all things.
All things.
Thinking that the enemy is going to repair them. The enemy's not going to do that, man. And even if Esau did give you something,
A gift
it's going to be
destroys the
some
heart.
type of
A gift
malice
destroys the
behind it,
heart.
man.
Of course.
it's not going to be sincere. It's
Some
not going
don't
to be
give something for nothing.
No.
Look, said never trust our enemies.
And a gift destroys the
I
heart.
also want to say as well, you know,
Hold on.
operations and all this kind of stuff, right? But the thing is, even if you have that money, you're mentally damaged. It doesn't
That's
matter how
right.
much money you have,
That's right.
You know? And this script is what cleanses your mind.
That's
you know?
right.
If you have millions, you know, you can't fix if you don't have this script.
Exactly. Because Esau can't.
Because have you read those, what you're reading again? Okay. There's something I want to pull up.
Again, the word to acquit in Nahum 1 verse
That's
3.
right. That's right.
It means to be empty, be clear, be pure, be free, be innocent, be desolate, be cut off, right? And then it says, be clean, be pure, right? Be free from guilt, be innocent, be exempt from punishment, be exempt from obligation.
Now, you read all of that. In verse 2 it says, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. So remember all those things you just said. When you go to reserveth, it says to keep guard, reserve, maintain.
See that?
So the Most High is making sure everything's nice and sweet.
So he's making sure evil don't come upon you.
That's right.
He's making sure their houses are free from trouble. He's making sure that, see, Esau don't understand. And the majority of our people don't understand that.
No.
The Most High is making your life good for you. And I said this before you guys came up, when I started, I said that it's the Lord that gives prosperity.
That's right. That's right. That's
The
right.
Lord gives prosperity.
That's right.
But then he said it's the prosperity that will destroy them. In Proverbs 1, it says the prosperity of fools destroy them.
Yeah, because the Most High
See that?
gave Esau everything he has. He didn't do it with them himself. You know?
The Most High giveth and the Most High taketh
The
away.
Most High gave them their wealth, their missiles, everything. But at the same wealth that they have is going to destroy them.
It's going to destroy them. The Lord give them their own delusion. Because the prosperity was your delusion.
That's right. That's
You got blinded by your riches.
right.
Just like the church that was in is it Laodicea? You're speaking about that last time.
Is it Latira or Laodicea?
Laodicea.
Yeah, one of those, yeah.
Laodicea, because they trusted in their riches, man.
Yeah, there you go.
And Yahawah Shai reproved and said, you got to trust in the real riches, man. Which is his truth. You know what I'm saying? Because they said, anoint your eyes with eye salve that you may see what the real riches is, man. You know what I'm saying? But going back to Esau, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Lord will not acquit the wicked. So this is Ezekiel.
He knows how to reserve them for that day.
To reserve them, to keep them, to maintain them. How does the Lord maintain Esau
Through his wealth
to
and
the day of
riches.
judgment? He's making sure that no evil comes upon him. To let him get gassed up, let him get deceived, let his heart be lifted up in pride. See, the Lord will give you riches here, and He will watch you to see what you're going to do with the riches. Are you going to trust in the riches? You know what I'm saying? What? The Lord gave the rulership to Alexander, you call him the Great, right? Alexander the Great. And what happened? It said his heart was lifted up, man. He got deceived by his riches. When you go into Maccabees, it tells you that he subjected the kings of the nations. It said his heart was lifted up. So he let his posterity gas him up, man. That shows you that when you're experiencing wealth, think on poverty and need. The scriptures say this. When you're,
I was going to say, that's why, you know, King Solomon, he designed wisdom, and the Most High, you know,
Gave him everything.
I'm thinking about it. Exactly. What was I going to say? Oh, that's it. Hold on. Ecclesiastes, right?
Yeah, I think it was either the church in Thyatira.
It's the last one, the worst of the churches.
Is it in chapter 3? The last one.
The last church. This is Ecclesiasticus 18, verse 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger. And when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need, man. Esau wasn't thinking about that. He just got led astray. There was no balance in his mindset. Like he got riches, then he got gassed in his riches. But if you had riches, think upon the poverty and need with balance. So that's what keeps you hungry.
When you read the scripture, remember the scripture says, a thief would come and he'll steal till he's had enough.
Say that again.
Remember the scripture says a thief would come and he'll steal till he's had enough.
Exactly.
But you take the house, the land, the dirt, like...
They took the name, the language, the culture, the remembrance. They took it all, man. My identity.
Hold on, sit up.
You know the artist, Wiley?
Oh yeah.
Wiley.
I need to get in contact with this man.
What did you do?
I posted it on Instagram.
I don't do them social networks. I'm just out here, bro. That's literally
pushing the word.
That's how it's done, bro. Oh, bro. What?
Give me a number, man.
Yeah, take my number. Take my number.
Copy it so it don't come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, you got a man out for his story.
I remember, yeah.
So when you know that you're like, I need to get in contact with this man.
Well, pause your video.
Huh?
No, just tap it in. Tap it in.
I don't care, man. It's just about pushing his word.
That's right.
Right.
Why do you do that?
The granddaughter, man, they love you on the you know what I mean? Like in the night time to do lives and stuff.
Instagram.
Yeah, like Instagram live and reach out to you and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like you'll get access to spreading the word.
Yeah.
So why did you come here, you know?
Yeah, that's the point.
That's just the most important thing is to hearken to the prophets, man. Everything else to do with lives and people. Why you should know this, brother? For him to say the things that you're saying about the Sunnites, you should know that there's something going on in this thing, you know. You should know what I've won. So I didn't say this state
Why did she come here, man? Because it's the real,
We get the food, yeah.
because if you came here, that's when it should really pop up.
When you talk to him,
don't show that he's humble.
Yeah.
I want to put you on the tune or something.
No, not even that. I'm not about that.
We'll wait till the kingdom, you know.
Yeah. You can see them tunes there,
I
bro.
mean, there's songs in the kingdom, you know what I'm saying?
The powers don't want those
Yeah.
He's a guy that I know in my work. Also, Dropbox. That's how we met.
I got a precept for you here, man.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 30, verse 7. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 7. 2 things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies, give me neither poverty nor riches, feed me with food convenient for me. Verse 9, lest I be full and deny thee,
That's right.
Esau, and say, who is Yahawah?
You is it, thank you.
Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain.
That goes back to that parable of when Yahawah told the servant to go out to the highways and hedges.
That's right.
And had all the niggas making excuses.
That's right.
Because they were full. They
were
received
sitting on
their
the
prosperity, their consolation, their comforted. And it shows you that Esau and, you know, the majority of our people, they take comfort in corruption. Things that will pass away. Things that, that's what it says, riches certainly make themselves wings and fly away, man. And what it said, all these things that the Gentiles seek after. We're holy, we're separate from you. So the things that we're meant to be seeking for is spiritual things. The Most High. Let me this
Obadiah?
Huh?
Oh,
Listen, Matthew's chapter, excuse me. Matthew 6, verse 31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. A hundredfold, man. The Lord will give you the desires of your heart. I told you that by Job. But first what? He and the disciples said what? We've forsaken all. So first is a trade-off. Like I said before last week, you got to trade in something to get something even better. Right. And what you're trading in ain't even worth nothing. You're trading in your life. Your life, you should be hate our lives to the death. You're trading in something that
is worthless.
It's worthless for something that's worth.
Because really and truly, we're all gonna die one day, man. You know, I mean, like in terms of like, you know,
fleshly, yeah.
Even this flesh, you know.
Yeah.
You know, some brothers might be martyred, some brothers might get beamed up and changed.
That's
but
right.
you know, we're all gonna be, you know, there's gonna be a point where we're gonna
That's right, that's right.
So like it says either like gaining.
That's right. That's right.
You that seeking this life shall lose it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can I bring this up? So this is the continuation of what you just said, brother. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
What chapter?
I read it. Matthew 6 and verse 34. So it's the line after what you read. Yeah. So let me read it again. This is the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Right. Because the Lord is basically saying, listen, to be one step ahead of the heathens. Because the heathens are looking up for corruptible things. We don't need to do that, because the Lord will give all that, man. Like I believe Elijah and the ravens provided for him.
One of the prophets.
The ravens came with flesh and drink.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The beast provided for him.
That's right. And didn't one of the prophets feed one of the other prophets?
Yeah. I think it was Daniel.
I think it was Daniel.
He went and fed Daniel.
Yeah, exactly. In the spirit,
Yeah.
Pick him up.
He picked him up and carried him over.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, the things that we're seeking, it's like, I don't know, like, we look at what around us and we seek him, but this is our 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High has prepared for them that love him. So even though we're seeking all of these madness here, it's like, you can't even, like, we might say, boy, man might go to the next planet, but you can't even imagine what the Most High has had in store. You know what I'm saying?
That's foolishness to our people. That's why they can't. Their ambitions only go so far. Like the prophets are the men with the greatest ambition. We understand. We're businessmen. We're investors, man.
That's right.
The real businessmen. Like we're the ones. I can't even think of the sound. Right, because what he's saying that our people are seeking their life. They're trying to seek how they're going to live the best life, prospering and living and maintaining and all this stuff, man. But you brought a scripture that says that I have not seen, ear have not heard for the things that the Most High has prepared for us. And all we have to do is just wait for it.
That's right.
That's the crazy part about it.
Just endure.
That's all we gotta do. What we're really supposed to be seeking is the Most High's face, which is in these scriptures.
That's right.
Our people are seeking. What you seek? You're seeking for shit that's going to The scripture said,
It's
what did
gonna
Peter,
decay, it's gonna rot.
what did Peter, the apostle Peter say? He said, the works that are therein shall be burned up, man.
That's right. That's right.
So you're seeking for something that's ultimately going to be destroyed.
Vain glory.
That's exactly what it
vanities.
is. Yeah, the vanity.
So what did he say? Bind up treasures in heaven.
That's right. Stop your treasure.
When thief comes, don't come in and steal and it don't rot.
That's right.
Thank you.
And the mud
So
still
this is
eats
on
it.
Matthew's 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that the kingdom of the Most High is down there or up there? Where is the kingdom? Within us.
Within us.
The faith. It all begins with the faith, man. That's why I said Yahawah, He's the author and finisher of our faith.
That's right.
It all begins with Yahawah, man. The volume of this book.
That's right.
Seek ye first the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures and His righteousness.
That's right.
Because what these scriptures instruct us in righteousness, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. So, by us doing that, what are we doing? We're invested in the kingdom to come, man. You know the scripture say, if you sow, you're gonna reap, man.
Yep.
You sow. If you sow in, you're gonna reap the work that you sowed in.
What is we see us?
You reap.
Serious.
Yeah. You reap what you sow, but you reap a multiplication of what you sow. So that's the way that the Most High deals with us. So if you put in work, He will give you more. You put in more work, He will give you more, which is what the parable was showing.
We have to use that penny, innit?
Exactly.
That brings us up with- This is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith Yahawah, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Yeah, so like when they're seeking no justice, no peace, hands up, no shoot. But the Most High said, look, I know what I'm thinking for you. All you have to do is do what I tell you to do. Obedience is better than sacrifice. But it says, thoughts of peace and not of evil. And that was we always crying, no justice, no peace.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to give you an expected end. Because what's the end of this world? Judgment, man.
Judgment. Exactly.
Judgment.
See what I'm saying? You see, this is 2 Corinthians 9 verse 6, right? But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly. And he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. So, if you're constantly doing this work, I think the scriptures say if I do this work,
Deceitfully.
no, not deceitfully, but if I do this work, it goes on. If I do this work willingly, I shall receive a reward. If I do it, how's it going? One team if I preach the gospel.
If I preach not the gospel,
I've got a precept from what you said before.
Hold on, let me just need to I want to get everything peacefully in order. How does it go? It'll come to the top and how it goes. If I do this, what's that word? So,
1 Corinthians 9:16.
huh?
1 Corinthians 9:16. Maybe it is.
Yeah. Right. So, hold on. This is 1 Corinthians 9, verse 16.
Yeah.
For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. Right. So let me look at the word necessity.
Verse 17.
Huh?
Verse 17 is what you want. verse 17 is the key.
Yeah, that's right. And then you look at the word necessity, so I can gain an understanding. Necessity. It says the state or fact of being required. The state or fact of being required. The necessity of providing parental guidance. An essential requirement. Right.
Oh, but here the Strong's definition says necessity.
Right, I want to hear this.
Imposed either by the circumstances or by law of duty regarding one's advantage, custom, argument. You know, that's the main
When they say
part.
custom, they say custom.
Yeah, custom.
So it's our custom to preach the word, man. It's our custom to teach the word. So when they say follow not the customs of the heathens, man, the ways of the heathens. So we have our custom is to teach this word. So let's go back to 1 Corinthians 9 and 10. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me, meaning it's required to do this. Yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. For if I do this thing willingly, right? Meaning, because you know the elder apostles of Great Millstone, they say that a man is going to do a video every day, which I'm guilty of. I've been doing videos every day. Sometimes the spirit on me where I do video all the time and then I get into working and shit like that.
Real life testing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So it happens, innit? I need to get back into that spirit. But flipping, it says, if I do this thing willingly, what?
Before you pass on,
I have a reward.
that word willingly,
But
unforced, voluntarily,
there you go.
willing, of one's own will, of one's own accord.
See, so you got brothers pushing this word every day. You got brothers that put this, there was 7 hours ago, see the last update, 7
Now
hours.
the Manata Zakbar, like, I don't know where he gets it from, but that brother's like a machine. Brother's like a machine, man. He's a machine,
No,
Makes like maybe like 4 or 5 videos a day, just puts one out.
No way, and then you have to do it as well according to your own ability and what the Most High has given you. Like, not everyone has the portion to do. I ain't got the portion to do what you do, you know. If he's giving you 2 pence, 5 pence, and me a penny, I have to work on my penny and multiply that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to bear that in mind as well. Don't try, he's doing 10. But then you just start to do a bag of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Mary had a little lamb. What's that got to do with the scriptures?
And a lot of the time, if you do that, you're really doing it out of envy. You're preaching the word out of envy, out of another brother. You shouldn't do that. I mean, you can be inspired. You can be inspired by another brother. Because you see his work ethic.
That's right.
Which happens. You might pray to the Most High.
Which is a good thing.
And the Most High can give you that spirit.
Yeah.
Give you the increase to put in that effort. To really, to open your understanding, to open up to increase your faith. The Lord can do that. The Lord can do that, man. But I know you're gonna preach it. Hold on. Bring that out again. Bring that out again. The definition of willingly.
This is willingly. I'm going to try and pronounce it. Econ. It says unforced. Yeah, Econ, isn't it?
Headcone,
It says, unforced, voluntary, willing, of one's own will, of one's own accord. No one ain't forcing you or stressing you out to do that, man.
And it said voluntarily as well. Because what did Yahawah say? The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. The laborers are few. Pray ye that the Lord bring in laborers for the harvest.
That's right.
You know, you got to labor. And again, going back to again, let me read it again. 1 Corinthians 9 and 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. against my will. So some brothers, they do this thing like they're just going through the motions, man. But there's no real zeal behind them.
That's
doing
being
it.
lukewarm now. That's being lukewarm.
Yeah, lukewarm, exactly. That's a dispensation of the gospel.
Exactly.
It's committed onto, man. The Lord is spew out of his mouth. The Lord has no use for that. Remember, we're supposed to be lively stones, man. If you're a lively stone, that means that you're on fire, man. What did it say? It said, quench not the spirit, keep your lamps burning.
That's right.
And also as well, the reward is so great. You have to be on fire.
The reward is so good, thank you.
You know, you have this like, it's like the reward is forever, you know?
Right.
Like, after this is the kingdom of heaven,
That's
so
right.
you might as well be on fire.
You might as well, man. You might as well put in something, man. Put in something.
When we're in this world, we go hard. You know, say, yeah, man goes ham. You know what I'm saying? So might as well reverse it and go ham for righteousness, man.
Our people going ham for things that they can see, but not things that they don't see.
And that word says willingly, but then it says, but if against my will. Now, against my will, it says not of one's own will, unwillingly against the will. So reverse.
Read it again.
Not of one's own will, unwillingly against the will. So when it says if I do this against the will, that's giving you the opposite of the Go to the plantation. Well, some of that's the plant, huh? Some of that's the plant, man. Yeah, you realize, isn't it? I don't know, yeah? On the video.
That's right. So, it's against my will. So.
Yeah, he says, but if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me, man.
Right, so what is the word dispensation?
Let me see that. It says,
Lord, his words, man.
yeah, that's what I've been doing lately, though. Like going into the, it says, let me make sure that's the right one. It says, the management of a household or of household affairs. Specifically, the management, oversight, administration of others' property. Says the office of a manager or overseer. Says stewardship. Says administration, dispensation.
I need to do that. Hold on, wait. Let me get up and read it for myself. That's what was that? 1 Corinthians
9, verse 17. Yeah, it's saying that dispensation is you being the overseer, management, oversight, administration of others' property. So, you know when someone puts you the head over something?
Yeah.
To look after something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the dispensation that we've been given, man, to look over something, man.
Hold on. It says, oe con. The Greek way to say is oe con io.
Is that economical?
The management of a household or household affairs.
Yeah.
It looks
So
like
what I mean?
economy.
So you,
But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. Right, so if you're doing it against the will, obviously you're not going to get that reward, man, of stewardship over the Lord's house. Specifically, the management, oversight, administration of others' property. So that's the reward that brother's going to get for doing this work willingly, man. You understand? For doing this work willingly, right, you're going to get a reward. But if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward, but against my will, and dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. So let me go back to because if you sow sparingly, it's 2 Corinthians 9 and 6, right? But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly.
That's right.
And he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully.
That's right.
Yeah, man, so you gotta give up everything. Like that woman in the treasury, man, in Mark.
And she gave
him
the
everything,
penny.
all that she had, man.
That's right.
She put in all that she had.
That's right.
Because the other gave up his wealth, innit?
The rich people only gave him part of their substance.
The water.
Up to the plantation.
Yeah, man. You know how it is, man. Don't worry, man. The kingdom soon come, man. Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
This is why we do this work, man, so that we don't have to be
He dressed up like that businessman for the Lord, man.
Yeah, trust me.
So even businessmen have their power.
That's
this
right.
This is our power.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely right.
This is our suit and ties, spiritual suits and ties, bro. But where was that, bro? Right. So, right. So, you know, if you're sowing to the world, man, you're gonna reap corruption. If you're sowing to corruption, you're gonna reap corruption. You're sowing to the flesh, you're gonna reap death, man. If you sow to the spirit, you sow to life, you're gonna reap life. What did Peter and the apostles say? They said, listen, we've forsaken all. What are we gonna have, man? What are you gonna get? We've given up everything. The Lord said, what? 100-fold, man.
That's right.
You saw giving up houses, lands, wives, for something that you don't even see.
For my name's sake.
Because you have believed. What did Yahawah say to Thomas? Blessed is he who believed and have not seen.
That's right.
But because you have seen, that's why you believe. Because Thomas, he had to see
The doubting Thomas.
the holes in his arms. And Thomas was like, unless I see, I won't believe. Surely that he was still being disciplined. He had not received the actual knowledge, man.
At that time.
The oil.
Yeah.
Because Yahawah had not ascended up to the heavens and gave gifts unto men,
Exactly.
which is faith, to truly understand what this whole thing intended. So Thomas was like, unless I see, I won't.
That's being carnalish. But that's the same with our people today. Until they see the sky crack, that's when they're going to get that instant faith. But by then, it's too late, man.
A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a what?
A sign.
That's why it says several women shall take hold of one man.
That's right. That's
When all
right.
hell breaks loose, they only going to be looking to the man who goes, you know?
Really?
Let me see if I've got more in this one. Verse 7, every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give. Right? So if your purpose in your mind is to give much, bountifully, so what did it say? So let him give, man. If a man purpose in his mind to give sparingly, and that's what's in his mind to do.
You're going to reap likewise. You're going to reap likewise. So 1 con, you're going to get 1 con.
You get 1 con, man. That's why I said, if the Lord give you a penny, you're going to get that back.
Increase, man.
You got to push, man. Read it. It says, not grudgingly or of necessity, but the Most High loveth a cheerful giver. Cheerful giver. So you gotta be cheerful when you're in this work. Be cheerful when I turn to a lower estate. This is the lowest estate that any of our nation could go at, man.
That's right. That's right.
To be out here in the streets with no one listening, that's foolishness, man.
As an object,
Be
of
cheerful
ridicule.
and being a fool.
Exactly.
Why? Because
Be cheerful and being a fool. Be a fool. Give up everything, man. Be a fool. Go crazy for the Lord, but don't lose your mind.
Be a fool. Be a
Lose
fool
your
for
nappy
Yahawah
mind
and
for
Yahweh.
Yahawah.
That's right.
You know what I say as well? And when you're giving, don't give to expect to receive. Not from man anyway. Just give, man. Like, deal with that.
even from the Most High.
Yeah,
That's
don't
right.
expect to receive.
That's
But
right.
he will.
Spiritually, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
If you give, don't like have that mindset like, oh, I gave this person this, so oh.
Let me get back that. Yeah.
Because what did the Lord say? He said, listen, you all work for that penny. And what they say, they said in that time, oh, let me get it.
Give genuine, pure heart.
Let their life be sincere, man. Let your life be sincere. So it says Luke chapter 17, verse 10. So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which I commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty
That's
to
right.
do.
What was that, Luke?
Luke 17, verse 10. So that's the attitude of honor, man. That's only a man of honor says a thing like that. We've done which our duty to do, to fight
right.
against the evil.
That's right. To spread the good
This
tidings
is what done was supposed to do.
and keep the faith.
Now when they say a woman is meant to, be submissive to all of that, she's supposed to do that. You men are reward her for that. She's supposed to do that. I mean, you can treat her good and shit for what she's doing, but that's what she's supposed to do.
That's right.
Yeah, just like we're meant to do what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
You know, the Lord told us to go out there to prophesy, so
That's
it's not
right.
Like, it's like an A-list, it's like a child that has good grades. It's like it's meant to do. It's not surprising, you know. Like, that's what we're meant to be doing.
Right. Hey, mom, when I first came, obviously I was watching the videos, but when I started watching Tahar and them, I felt it was my responsibility to come out into the streets, man. I didn't wait to get a camp. I didn't try to find the London Central brothers, because these times when I went out in the street, I didn't even know where they were. I stumbled among them.
Outside the Barclays there. I remember watching
Barclays?
Yeah. One of your first videos that I saw, you stand up right near the Barclays.
Oh, that one just
Yeah,
there.
that right,
Oh,
that's
yeah. These times I was like JD Sports, man.
Yeah.
I know it was up there, so. It was along here. You're just you one.
That's the one I used to do.
Was I with the brother that I old by myself?
Yeah.
But they were old ones, man. I don't even remember this.
I'd never forget that video. But we used to call you the lone soldier, like me and my friend's dad, he was in this troop.
Yeah.
We used to call you lone soldier because just you one standing up there doing your thing, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, this is the Most High, bro. Like shit I've done before, I don't even know. Sometimes I look back in the videos and be like, bro, I did that. It's a spirit, man.
That's right.
It's a spirit, man. It's not even you, because I look back at shit, bro, man. I remember shit I did like years back, and I'm thinking, bro, was I that wise? I think it wasn't even me. It's the Lord giving me that spirit to say
That's
the
the
things I was
unction.
saying.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. You can look back at videos and be like, bro, I did that.
I
Wow.
know, right? I know.
I spoke like that to the multitude. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Because really, when I'm outside the truth, I'm actually just normal, man. But then when I'm in the spirit, I can talk to the multitude.
It gives you a confidence and it gives you a stability.
Exactly. In the
Shall
fear
be
of the Lord,
stability
it's
of-
confidence, man.
Yep.
But
Beginning of wisdom.
so it's a responsibility, man. We've done what's our duty to do, as I was reading before. You know, this is our job. We're assassins, man.
That's right.
We're spiritual
That's
assassins.
right.
Assassin has a job.
Right.
Like the soldiers have a job. Like it says, it's chosen him to be a good soldier. In Timothy, it says, let me get it. Hold on real quick.
Another thing what I like to say is that we're like liars. You know, L-I-E-R-S, you know, when they used to send out the spies and they used to sit down and wait.
Like Joshua and Caleb.
Yes. That's what we're sitting down waiting for Yahawah to return.
And we're sending back
You know,
a good report.
in the mix, just mingling in.
Unknown but yet known.
That's right.
Unknown but yet known.
You have a regular conversation with someone, you don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
And we're relaying the information to the angels when we congregate.
Right, so it says 2 Timothy 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawah HaMashiach. Right? No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life,
That's right.
that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Now, First, it said, thou endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawah. Part of the hardness is coming out here in the rain, coming out at times where you don't even want to come out.
That's right.
It be raining, they be like, I'll come out some next day, man. And today I can't lie, I just said, because I looked at the weather forecast and I said, I don't want to come out today. And they said it would be raining. So I said to myself, I might come out Thursday, because the weather forecast said it was shining more. I said to myself, you know what? There's people that listen, so I can't let my people down.
That's right. That's
Do it
right.
for them, not for me.
That's right.
Do it for the people's sake.
That's right.
So I'll come out anyway.
That's
Whether
right.
they hear or forbid.
Don't forget, yeah.
You know, the most I've made it possible that even if it's raining, where you are now, anyway, if it's rain, you're good. You know what I'm saying? So he looks after his service, man.
That's right.
Obadiah refers to the elected saviors.
So what?
Obadiah refers to the elected saviors.
We're saviors. We're actually saving our people with this word, man. Think about it, like, it's like, you know when niggas say, every day I don't go to work, I'm losing money.
That's what
Every
they
day we
say.
don't go to work,
We're losing
souls, man. We're losing money.
That's it.
We're putting in money, man.
Losing hard currency.
This is money. This is the money. This is the business. So imagine all that, tallying up all that money you've made in heaven.
Spiritual
That's a lot of money.
currency. That's a lot of wealth,
You
a
know
lot
what
of riches.
I was saying the other day as well, like on a carnal level, like when a brother falls out the truth or slow down, it's like they just we know the Most High, he's got his specific day, time, hour, minute, second. But when a brother like slows down or take that, and it's like he just extending man's time in this place, man. You know what I'm saying?
Where, man?
That's just on a carnal level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, nothing is being slowed down, but it's like, come on, man. You was planning the other day. You might have gotten that one more soul. Now you have to, you know, that one has to come out another day now for that soul to come out along.
That's why I say, he that is with us is no, he that
It's not with me, it's against me.
he that's not with me is against me.
That's right. That's right.
Guys that fall out, you're an enemy. Believe it or not. This is let your yea be yea, your nay be nays. Can't be lukewarm. You're
Yeah,
an enemy.
exactly.
Oh, it is soldier.
Where's what verse is that? What else?
The same one you're just reading in
2 Timothy 2.
yeah. Soldier. It says a common soldier, that's one. Two, metaphorically a champion of the cause of the Mashiach.
Wow.
A champion.
Yeah.
We're the heavyweight.
Yeah, you know it.
No, Fred Melbourne. That's us.
When I was on the bus, I was thinking about like you have to be a champion before you even put that out. Look at that, man. Seriously.
And
You have to be a champion.
also, another term for champion is someone who heralds. Like say, yeah, go over there and speak to them people on my behalf. So you're championing this cause, you know
Exactly,
what I'm saying? That's another word for champion as well.
You're supporting.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
That's why the elected will receive palms in their hands, man. Because the palm represents victory. You know?
That's right. That's right.
You know,
It signifies
shows that
victory.
the
Yeah.
elected are champions.
That's right.
You don't see this 12 tribes of Israel, yeah? We're all Negroes, okay? And look for Africa. So how do you break it down to 12 tribes? Do you understand what I'm trying to ask you?
It's all spiritual. Right? You're not in the Bible. You're not going to see. You're not going to see the word West India or Haitian.
No.
You're not going to see that in the Bible.
No.
So the Bible is a spiritual book.
But
You have to have a spiritual approach to understanding a spiritual book. So if you got the mentality of, I don't see the word West Indian in the Bible, I don't see black people in the Bible. So you gotta use your spiritual eyes to see
We're
what
spiritual
we're
beings
talking
having a
about.
human experience.
Right. I don't
If I
want
can
to
say, if I can quickly say, also the Bible has prophecies.
Right.
So when you go through the prophecies now, like the brother said, those you look, all right, let's say the prophecy said, what day is it today? What's the date? Yeah, Monday the 12th. So let's say there was a prophecy that said, on Monday the 12th, you know, a man came to a guy that was standing up recording. So you realize that, oh right, hold on, He's the guy stand up recording, so that prophecy lets you know, well, you're that man. So when you go through the prophecies, it gives you, it lets you know what's what. So like your brother said, it's not going to say African American, West Indian, Asian, but it will give you a count so you know, well,
It must be speaking about these people.
So you have to understand.
God, like it tells you that the Israelites went into slavery
I'm going to bring
by
ships. That's right.
and was sold for bondman and bondwoman to their enemies. So who did that happen to?
There you go.
So that's an idea. So that's a key. That's a key thing. That's one of the curses that came upon us as a people.
That's right.
It happened to the blacks, but also happened to
The Native Americans, the
they were taken
indigenous
to
aborigines,
Spain as slaves.
and the west coast of Africa.
You understand? So it happened to both. Really.
Yep.
I think they were the first.
Yeah.
They were the first. They were the first.
1490.
From 1492 go right back. And look at the end of slavery.
Yeah. So you have to understand that the Bible is indicating us as being the Israelites. That we're God's chosen people.
That's right.
You understand? That the current condition or situation that we're in as a people is not forever, it's temporal. We're going to have our own kingdom on planet Earth.
Right.
So this kingdom is the fall.
That's right.
This place is the fall. And we're seeing, you see what's happening around the world. You see the wars that's breaking loose, the locust plagues, the drought, the famine, the
Fires,
uproars of
the
the people,
earthquake.
the earthquakes, the volcanic eruptions, the storms, the snowstorms. These are all signs indicating the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow.
That's right.
Right? So we need to be patient to wait for that time. Okay? So, right. But whilst we're waiting, we got to put in the work.
That's right.
On earth,
Right now, we got to put in the work because our Lord didn't just say, oh, just wait.
No.
We got to put in
Observe the
some. We
kingdom.
got to put in this. What we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is we're edifying our people, letting them know who they are, preparing them for the deliverance to come.
edifying information.
Yeah,
Exactly
we're
right.
giving you information saying, listen, our Messiah, a black man, is coming back to save us from all the countries that we've been scattered to. You understand? The white man calls them UFOs. But in the Bible they call it clouds of heaven. That's God's military. You understand? Like this place is filled up with wickedness, man. Dark things, wickedness. The people are corrupt. And this place needs to be judged.
Thank you.
Alright, my brother. Yeah, prophecies are like, I remember when I come into this truth, I say, yeah, the prophecies, I saw Deuteronomy 28, and then men start to chat about EB1N, DNA, and that started to waver me. But then, as I got stronger in the faith, and I was like, here's my DNA, going into slavery on ships, yokes of iron on your neck. I don't need
That's
no
what
more than that.
resonated with you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't need no
That's
more
what
than that.
resonated with you.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's why it says this will be the stability.
Yeah.
But you see, that's the Lord reserving his elect. It tells you that in Romans 11, the Lord has reserved 7,000 men that have not bowed their knees. So the Lord is, the same way he's reserved the wicked. Like how you read before,
That's
how
right.
the Lord keeps their houses from trouble. The Lord's keeping you from these different strange women. He's keeping you. Now, some brothers have their own, your own personal account of how you were brought to the truth. My account was, I was sick since I can remember, with severe eczema. You can look at my photo album when I was young. I looked old, man, because the eczema can age you.
Yeah, it can.
And that kept me from worldly affairs. Because once you got eczema, people don't want to hang around somebody that's got disease, man. So I was alone for the majority of my youth and my early 20s. I was by myself. And that's what brought me to the truth, man. That lonely, that suffering in the skin, it
Like
brought
a
me to
solitary.
be able to deal with suffering. You know what I'm saying? So I got used, that's why I'm in the truth, I was used to it. I was dealing through it in my life. But yeah, you were going into how the champion soldier is a champion for the sake of Yahawah Shem Yahushua. And that's what I said, he that overcometh and keepeth my works to the end. They say I will give power over the nations.
That's right.
So even though we're poor, we're the real champions, man. You see what it says? In weakness, that's where my power is perfected, man. That's what our people don't understand. They think weakness is something to be casted out. If a man can endure in weakness, how much is strength?
Well, that's then you not knowing where your strength is, knowing that Yahawah Shem Yahushua is your strength.
See that?
You know what I'm saying?
That's how people don't understand.
Yeah.
They think that
Carnally.